Oh, so you thought things were finally calm between young Jock and Kendra? Think again. This situation just exploded, and it's way more than just your typical reality TV drama. This time it's serious. Loud arguments, broken glass, and chaos. Caught on camera for the whole world to see. What makes it worse? It all went down in public, right in front of fans, cameras, and probably half the city. People who were there say Jock completely lost it. He wasn't just upset. He had a full-blown meltdown. And Kendra? Let's just say her reaction might have made it 10 times worse. Jock might not recover from this, not just emotionally, but professionally too. And this wasn't just some random outburst. It came from something personal, something deep. When you find out what Kendra did, you'll understand why Jock hit his breaking point. The fallout from this is already making waves online, and it's only just begun. It all started like a regular night out. Jock and Kendra were seen at an upscale lounge in Atlanta, but people nearby could tell something wasn't right. The tension between them was obvious from the moment they walked in. Jock was drinking heavily while Kendra stayed glued to her phone, barely acknowledging him. They weren't speaking at all, and those who know their relationship weren't shocked. They've had problems for a while, and on this night, it all boiled over. Things took a turn when they started arguing. Jock leaned in close, clearly frustrated, while Kendra looked annoyed and kept rolling her eyes. Then, out of nowhere, she stood up and said something that made Jock's face go pale. A witness claimed she told him, "You're a joke. That's why he's better than you." And that's when everything went off the rails. Jock jumped up so fast that his chair flipped over. His face was full of anger. He grabbed Kendra's arm, not in a way that hurt her, but enough to make everyone stop and stare. The whole lounge went quiet. Jock's voice was shaking when he asked, "Who's better than me, Kendra?" And Kendra? She just smiled and said, "Wouldn't you like to know?" That was the last straw. Jock lost control. He knocked the table over, smashing plates and glasses everywhere. People started filming on their phones as Jock shouted at Kendra, demanding to know who she'd been with. Kendra stayed calm, almost like she was enjoying the chaos. One witness said Jock screamed, "Who is it, Kendra? Who have you been seeing?" And believe it or not, Kendra laughed. Security started moving in, but Jock wasn't done. He tried to go at Kendra again, his hands shaking. Security had to pull him away, and even then he kept shouting, "Tell me who it is, Kendra. You owe me that." Meanwhile, Kendra stood there with her arms crossed, still smiling. Then, just when you thought things couldn't get worse, guess who walked into the lounge? Scrappy. Yep, Jock's own friend. The moment Jock saw him, his face changed. You could literally see the realization hit him. He looked at Kendra and yelled, "It's him, isn't it? You've been sleeping with Scrappy." And Kendra? She looked him dead in the eye and said, "I told you, he's better than you." Jock tried to lunge at Scrappy, but security was already holding him back. He was yelling, "You're supposed to be my brother. How could you do this to me?" And Scrappy? He shrugged and said, "It just kind of happened, bro." And then, brace yourself, Kendra and Scrappy walked out of the lounge together, hand in hand. Cameras were already waiting outside. TMZ got it all. The footage went viral within minutes. Twitter went wild. People couldn't believe Kendra did Jock like that. Scrappy was getting dragged for betraying his boy. And honestly, a lot of people understood why Jock snapped. But this wasn't just about a public fight. It was deep betrayal. Jock wasn't just angry. He was humiliated. And Kendra didn't even try to hide it. The next day, she was seen out shopping with Scrappy, laughing and holding hands like nothing happened. The real question is, how long has this been going on? Did Jock really not know? Because word is he's not letting it slide. Sources say he's already talking to his lawyers and planning to go after Kendra financially. And Scrappy? Jock reportedly wants to expose everything. After that night, Jock didn't just go home and cool off. Witnesses say he was sitting in his car outside the lounge for over 15 minutes, gripping the steering wheel so tight his hands turned white. He didn't say anything, just sat there breathing heavily, clearly trying to keep himself from doing something reckless. You have to understand, this wasn't just cheating. This was betrayal from someone he loved and from someone he considered family. The hurt ran deep. And while he was trying to calm himself down, his phone started blowing up. At first, it was just texts, but then came the calls. TMZ, The Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked. Everyone wanted a statement. Jock stayed silent until his manager called. That's when he picked up. According to insiders, his manager was panicking. "You need to get ahead of this. The video is everywhere." And it was true. The internet had already seen it. The headlines were brutal. Young Jock melts down after catching Kendra with Scrappy. Love and hip-hop star snaps after public betrayal. Twitter exploded. Fans were posting, "Ain't no way Kendra did him like that," and Scrappy's wild for this. Some said Jock should have seen it coming. Others said he needed to cut both of them off immediately. And what did Kendra do while all this was going down? She went to a private after-party in Buckhead with Scrappy. They walked in together, arm in arm, smiling like they didn't have a care in the world. And get this, Kendra was wearing Jock's chain. Yes, the same chain he gave her. The disrespect was unreal. And her dress? It was the same designer outfit Jock had gifted her for their anniversary. When Jock saw the photos online, something snapped in him for real. He reportedly threw his phone at the wall, shattering it. He was pacing around his house, screaming, "She's really doing this to me after everything I did for her?" Even Jock's mom got involved. She called him and said, "Don't let that girl play you. Handle this." And just when things couldn't get worse, someone close to Kendra came forward with more receipts. They claimed the affair with Scrappy had been going on for months, and even worse, Jock's friends knew but didn't say anything. One person admitted, "We all knew, but we didn't think it was serious." And guess who else knew? Carly, Red. She reportedly tried to warn Jock, telling him, "Kendra isn't who you think she is. Watch your back." But Jock didn't listen. He thought Carly was just being messy. Turns out she was right all along, but things took a wild turn when private messages were leaked. The Shade Room shared what they say are texts between Kendra and Scrappy, and let's just say they weren't holding anything back. These weren't friendly chats. They were full-on flirty, sneaky messages. Think, "When are you coming over?" And "Jock still thinks I'm at the spa." And the worst part? These messages are from just 2 weeks ago. That means Kendra was still involved with Scrappy while pretending everything was fine with Jock. As expected, Jock completely lost it. He didn't waste time. He called Scrappy directly, and according to someone close to them, it got heated fast. Jock shouted at Scrappy saying, "You're dead to me, don't ever contact me again." Scrappy, he brushed it off like it was nothing and told Jock, "Man, it just happened. You'll get over it." That only made things worse. Right after that call, Jock contacted his lawyers. He's not just cutting Kendra and Scrappy off personally, he's making business moves. Sources say he's working on removing Kendra from their shared companies and dropping Scrappy from any music deals they had going. And apparently he's even planning to sue Kendra for emotional damage. There's proof too, texts, photos, and receipts that show she was spending Jock's money on her trips with Scrappy. But Kendra doesn't seem bothered at all. The next day, she showed up at a luxury hotel with Scrappy and posted an Instagram story saying, "Unbothered." Excuse me? Scrappy followed up with a selfie captioned, "Loyalty is everything." Twitter lit up. Loyalty? After what just came out? Jock's not sitting back. He's talking to a major gossip outlet and reportedly has the receipts. Word is he's also working on a diss track aimed at both of them. A video from that night at the lounge shows Jock confronting Kendra, Scrappy in the background, and Kendra kissing Scrappy right in front of Jock. That video went viral fast. Jock reacted live on Instagram, visibly upset. He said Kendra had been seeing Scrappy since last summer while he was on tour, sending flirty messages, using his credit card for Scrappy's travel. He showed it all on camera. He's now threatening legal action against Kendra for emotional distress and misuse of funds. Scrappy? He's cut off. No more studio, no more business. Meanwhile, Kendra and Scrappy keep posting like nothing happened. But Jock is ready to flip the script. He's booked for an interview and reportedly working on a new reality show deal.